Hey guys, this is Ambu Axel, and this is going to be the first in a three-part build video series called the Karasu Crow builds. This is my first build video, and hopefully one of many. So, if you like it, and you like the build, please subscribe, comment, and, support the channel. The more support I get, the more viewers I get, the more I'll invest into this, and, eventually maybe won't be making it with a PlayStation headset. Anyways, I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to see how you guys feel about the build. Please tell me what you think, and tell me if you have any alterations. We're going to finish up this intro here, and then we're going to get to the build breakdown screen. So, thanks for clicking, and enjoy! Okay, so let's take a look at this build. It's going to be a ranged type with the Karasu robe, which increases ninjutsu damage and ninja tool cooldowns. Our first choice is going to be the Kusanagi sword of Orochimaru. Any of the Kusanagi swords will work, as they all have the same stats, but I love the look of this one, and it really fits the robe. You're going to want to use a Kusanagi sword because of its good combos, long range, and great attack power at close range. This is going to be a brawl type build, so you're going to need a good weapon. I would recommend not using anything shorter. We're going to be using the Demon Wind Shuriken, for obvious reasons, and the Karasu, which will give the Demon Wind Shuriken higher cooldowns. We're going to use Chidori as our first ninjutsu, and Multiple Striking Shadow Snakes as the second. These jutsu pair well together because their ranges are similar, and if you hit with Chidori, you're usually still within range to hit with Multiple Striking Shadow Snake when they're done. Similarly, if they sub out of either of those moves, they're usually in range of the other. We're going to use Snake Clone because it combos so well with Multiple Striking Shadow Snake's damage over time. And finally, for our ultimate, we're going to be using Fire Style Giant Flame Bombs. Giant Flame Bombs is a really underused, underappreciated jutsu that I hope you guys can find the value in with this build. It casts nearly instantly, lasts quite a while, and does about 5 hits. These 5 hits will actually melt any character, regardless of health bar. It goes through Sand Shield, and is best used in the middle of a combo when you know they don't have a substitution available. This build specializes in killing enemy range types, healers, and anyone who wants to sit on the edge of the battlefield and be annoying. It's good at hunting people down, and making sure you deal lasting damage to them. So this build is designed mostly to take out enemy range types, and anyone else who's easy enough to pick off if they're isolated. Check for your people with low cooldowns, with utility jutsu instead of 2 combat jutsu. Otherwise, just be smart. Look for your 1v1s. I would say that honestly, you can take pretty much anyone in a 1v1 with this build except certain defense types, maybe. With the exception of heal types that have ceiling. This build's great for 1v1ing, and anything beyond that, you're going to be screwed. This is not in any way the most effective range build you could be running, but instead something that I made that I thought was cool and situational. So this build was designed by me and my friend Anbu Asma, who you can find frequently in my streams. We play together a lot. We workshopped it for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks to get it to this point, and we had to wait for the Orochimaru DLC to drop, and it's worth mentioning that now, Striking Shadow Snakes has been buffed, and its damage over time is, well, greater. So this build is even more effective now than it was when this video was made. Oh, no, wait, this is after the update. So yeah, this is the full effectiveness of the build. Right now we're going to go try and cap the flag. It was actually an accident that I was playing this build. It's not what I would recommend using on a flag battle. But what's good about that is that you can actually see it when it's not in its best light. So it's really good at hunting down a single target. This guy, I've dropped the flag out of him twice, and I'm just kind of keeping people away here. Lets me pick up that flag really, really easy. Now I'm pretty sure our buddy Awesome is about to get completely murdered here. Yeah, there he goes. So right there, you saw with that Chidori, that's about 1/3 of his health bar. That's crazy. That's one hit on a full health target. And before he knows what even happened, he's been just oofed. He's got the poison, he's got that Chidori burst damage, and he's fallen off the map. And he's lucky his team came to support him. Look at that, man. He is almost dead. If they had shown up even 10 seconds later, that dude would be in a body bag. And so, yeah, you're going to see right there, anytime you go above one opponent, this build kind of falls apart. There's not a whole lot of things in your kit to keep you from getting ganked besides that Demon Wind Shuriken. It is on cooldown, but even on the shortest cooldown, you're not going to save your life on a 1v3. What this build specializes in, though, is eliminating low health single targets, or assisting your flag carrier, which you're going to see here pretty soon. This build is very good for holding targets still. Chidori and Shadow Snake both lock a target down for the duration of the move. They have probably a 3 to 4 second stun on them if you hit, and it's just really effective at holding people still so your flag carrier can get the hell out of dodge. So see, you got that mobility there, that's nice. We're going to jump over, charge back up, and our ult just came online. So it didn't take us a lot of work to really get this ultimate going. The ultimate's really easy to acquire, and it's super powerful for how long it takes you. So see, Asuma's going to jump in here, and we're going to let him get the flag, and I'm going to keep this guy busy. So we know he's wasted the sub. That's a trigger in our heads. We know it's time to get this ult off. We want it. We're going to go in, we're going to start hitting him. Boom! That's a dead man. There's nothing he can do about it. And you can actually see right there where that person disappeared, the range isn't honestly that bad if someone's not careful. You can hit multiple targets with this really easy. I get a couple team wipes today when I use it. It's just kind of a hit and miss kind of thing. What I can say is that usually you can guarantee one kill on your desired target. You just gotta bait that sub, get in, start beating him up. Around the second or third hit of the combo, when you know you've got him stun locked, throw that jutsu in, and it's easy work. So that's pretty much the build, and at this point I'm just going to do a little bit of commentary over the top of some game footage. At this point you guys pretty much get it. The only purpose of continuing the video is 1, to get it over 10 minutes, because YouTube, and 2, just to show you a couple more examples of like how optimally the build should be used, and how it should go down if you're doing it correctly. You're going to see me, chase down a couple of targets, identify the lower health targets and take them out so they don't get away. I actually think I win the game that way. And also using the ult. I get one ult off. It's a pretty good example of a great situation to use it in when you know you can kill someone with it, and also when you know people are going to come to you. The ult is very well used when you're being rushed. It's pretty much your only nope tool against a horde of people coming after you, is if you can get them all coming from one direction and you can pop the ult. But anyway, there's that scoreboard. You can't see my kills, but I did a pretty decent job, as you guys saw. And now we're in the Hidden Leaf Forest. Going into the Hidden Leaf Forest, I tend to play around that big tree there, no matter which side I come from, and just look for that target that's going to be really squishy. Like right now, I want this range type right there. You see that strike took out like a third of his health, as it usually does. You follow up, hit with that Shadow Striking Snake, and he subbed out, but that poison stays with him. So I think he bleeds out. Yeah, see, I'm getting knocked around, but he's still dead. If you hit with both your jutsu and a little bit of combo, most targets are just going to die, whether or not you can still see them at the end. Right there is a good example about the max range of that. They were just outside of it, so if you were watching, and if you want to rewind and pause the video and play it a little slower, that's a pretty good idea of about the maximum range you can use that move from. And I should say that targeting is a bit of a problem if the target's directly under you. You should always try to have the target a little bit in front of or behind you, and create more of a long kind of flat area between you, because if you point it straight down, it always points in this kind of a tent-like radius under you, so there's this cone directly under your body that you cannot hit when you're using Shadow Snake. So if they're below you, I would recommend just dropping to the ground and using it, or getting below them if possible, because it will fire straight up, but it will not fire straight down like Chidori does. Alternatively, you can just use Chidori to go for those targets that end up directly beneath you, because it will charge any direction. Yeah, right there, it's again, I was figuring out the range for this, and I'm a little annoyed that guy had to get away. but I'm not sure I want to fight him. See, I'm getting this scary feeling in my bones because I want to use the ult, but I know I'm about to get ganked. The fact that there's 2 targets on my screen means we're in a nope zone, so we want to get the hell out of here. So we're going to hit this wall. I think we get up and we just try and dart off. Oh, no, we're out for blood. We want this defense type that was bullying me. So this class is pretty good at that, where, you know, you're getting bullied by someone, and then you're just like, you know what, no, screw that, and you just turn around and you start attacking them. It makes you feel really good, because all of a sudden, you're this ranged type, you've got this icon on your head that says you shouldn't be able to engage at this distance. And they're all confused, they're like, whoa, I just got hit for like half my health bar and jutsu combos, and this guy's beating me up right in my face, what the hell's going on right now? And you take advantage of this confusion to get your kills early. On that note, you're going to notice, you know, when you're using this build a lot, the games get kind of harder as they go on. That's because once people kind of realize the shtick of it, they know, okay, well, it's the range type that can't play ranged. I'm just going to kind of hang back and dodge those jutsu. But like right there, look at that. That's beautiful. I ducked behind him, I got the ult off, and I would have killed that guy if he had taken one more hit of the damage. You see, he was almost dead when he hit me. And that was a defense type right there. He got pretty licked with that ult, and I was pretty stupid. I saw him doing the hand signs, and I didn't like jump off the map to kind of get out of the way. But yeah, this build works super, super well at taking out single targets of pretty much any health, and I would say you should always try and save that ult to save yourself, unless you know you're going to get a kill. So, use it for a guaranteed single kill, or use it when you're getting ganked, because that's pretty much the only tool in your arsenal you have to prevent you from getting ganked. You know, you see 3 people coming, you pop that ult right before they get there, they won't have time to react. It's so quick, and the first hit just kind of stun locks them, so it's really easy to take them out with it. Let's see, I think I respawn here, and I think I get the final kill, and it's a really, really perfect situation for the build. This guy's a lower health, and he's trying to get away from me. Yep, there he is right there. Here we go, we hit him with that Demon Wind Shuriken, he's falling down. See, now this is my town. I got him down here in the ravine, this is my turf, this is where I thrive. No one can help you down here, buddy. He's gonna try and get away, he thinks he might be safe, and ooh, that's a feels bad